Hey, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, so back on this project. This is where I got to last time. And if you haven't seen what I'm doing so far, I'm just working on a new personal project. So yeah, here's my storyboard. And I'm just going to be carrying on. So yeah, today I want to, we've got like the ball and square bouncing around and coming together. But I want to try and work on these trails that I've got following this ball. So that's first on the to-do list, and then maybe try and figure out the animation of the ball like settling and then bursting up out of the square. But I'll see how far I get. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So I'm just gonna crack on with it. Yeah, so last time I spent quite a bit of time figuring out these like bounces inside the square, and I still want to do a fair bit more animation with like maybe here the square can like come down and then come back up, and loads of subtle bits of animation on it. But yeah, I also drew out all these like trails last time, so these line up with the motion of the ball. Yeah, I want to figure out how to animate these and also get them looking like this, like the style frame. Yeah, so the way I've drawn these, I have them like coming outside of the box. So first, I think I want to make a mask so I can mask off these like end bits to be inside the box. And to do that, I'm gonna copy this square layer. I'm gonna copy it with relative property links and then paste. And then, so this is all linked up to this square. So I call this one square matte. Let's make that a different color as well. Yeah, so this is basically linked to the other square, so we have the same animation, and then I can use that. If I turn that one off, I can use that to mask these trails. So I do this, and there we go. They are being masked inside. We cannot. Why is that happening there? It's because I got a shadow. Okay, I'll get rid of this drop shadow. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start from the end. So this trail here is the last one before it like bounces out and like settles. So I think I'm gonna do this backwards because I need to figure out how to like match the motion on this first one. So I'm just gonna leave that to later. So yeah, I'm gonna turn these two on. And let's mask this one as well inside here. And then let's see how it looks in the style frame. Okay. Cool. So this color here should be darker. So let's put some gradients on these. And I might just do that with a. Let's do it with a. Let's do it with a gradient stroke. And I will copy the stroke width. Cool. And I'll turn that stroke off. And then line these points up. And let's get some colors going on. So we got this darker blue from my color palette. And I'm also using the lighter blue. Okay. So that is this one. Cool. And then let's also add a trim paths to this. And we will bring it up. So bring it up like this for now. Ideally, I kind of want it to be like this, but then that doesn't match the motion of the circle. So I'm just going to roll with this for now and see how it looks. And we're going to want this one behind, so like this. And I'll do the same, add the trim paths. And cut that M bit off. And same again, let's add a gradient stroke. Cool. So then these colors are dark to light. Yep, cool. Cool. Let's just adjust the gradient points. Just trying to match the look of the style frame. Okay, I can leave those for now. Let's just keep going with these. So that's trail 7. That should be in front. And this is going to be a little bit of a boring process, but I need to go through and basically just set all these up with the colors, and then I can figure out how to animate them. And also on the style frame I've got like some texture going on as well, so once I get like the base look down I can come back to it and add all those bits. Cool. And then another trim pass. How have I done this in Illustrator? Not like this. Wondering if it might be easier to do this in a different way. But I might just commit, and then if it doesn't work I can always redo it. Okay. I'm just thinking maybe this shouldn't be strokes. Maybe I should just create the path like I've done here with path points and a fill shape, and then like use a mask to like animate it. No, let's just keep going. Okay. Get all of these masked inside the square as well. Like so. And these are gonna have to be in reverse order, I think. Okay. Hey, Callum Lake. How's it going? How are you? You still working on that crazy extreme video? Hey, how is everyone doing? Where is this other gradient point? Ah, there you are. I'm also actually just gonna come back through here and get rid of all these trim paths for now. The monster video cure. Where's everyone from who's watching? Interested to know. Ah. Oops. I don't want a gradient fill, I want a gradient stroke. Ah, wrong one again. Oh my god. Is the actual video done then? Is it like in its final parts? Did you find a new Envato template as well, or what happened with all that? Okay. I wonder if I can probably use this to just copy these strokes, right? Yeah. I think I'm going wrong with the color orders here, but I can fix that. Let's follow this a minute. What am I doing on the style frame? Okay. So then this should be light to dark, which it is, and this should be. Okay, that's wrong. Flip these colors around. Light to dark. Light to dark. No, that's wrong as well. Flip these. And then that's right. Cool. Hey Lorenzo, how's it going? Yeah, Kieran is like super good with expressions. The D&D project I worked on with him, he made this expression for this like book opening and it was crazy. I have no clue how he does it, but I'm trying to learn that stuff, but it's really hard. What's the project you're working on? It's just another like social media animation, just a post on Instagram. Another one like, where is it? Another one like these. Do this little like series of looping animations called Flexing Those Keyframes. So just like another one of those. I'm trying to make another 3 so I can post them on my Instagram. And yeah, I've already made another one, and this is the second out of the lot. Yeah, a lot of maths. It's all like coding and stuff, isn't it? I'm trying to learn JavaScript at the moment, because that's like the language After Effects kind of uses. But yeah, it takes a lot of time to learn. It's hard to get your head around, for me at least. Yeah, thanks man. Yeah, I got this going on so far. So it's coming together very slowly. Yeah, and then here's a little storyboard for it. So yeah, see how far I can get with it today. Probably not too far. Okay, alright, now I'm gonna try get these trails animating on with trim paths. Oh. How does that look? I might have to do this like frame by frame just so it like matches up properly, but that's not too bad. Cool, that one's coming on. I think I might just trim paths all of these on and then figure out. This is still bugging me. They don't like link up properly like this, but I'll figure something out for that later. But yeah, let's just get all of these animating on. Get trim paths on this one. Cool. And I like, as this is like bouncing around, I want these to then also like, I might have to do this with a mask with some like feather on it, because I want them to like fade off slowly. So it doesn't get too crazy inside the square. It can sort of fade off like so. But I'll do that after I've got them all coming on. What's going on here? Okay. And the last one. Cool. And I'm just gonna change this gradient a little bit. Oh, After Effects. Hello. There we go. Okay. So these are animating on now, which is a good start. Looks like a mess, but okay. I haven't done this one. Or have I? Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to parent all of these to this square because I've got a bit like rotation on this square. I want that to match up, so that works. Cool. And now it's just figuring out how to get these looking like these. So I'm gonna let's try mask these strokes, see if that works. I'm gonna set that to subtract. And then I'm gonna do the same on this stroke, mask this end bit off. Change the color of that. Okay, that is more of what I'm going for, but it looks weird. It needs to like be more confined to the corner of the square. Like it should meet flat here, sort of thing. The only way I can really do that is changing path. So it's more like this. But then that isn't matching the path of the circle. It's really annoying. Yeah, I think I might have to do this a different way. Or what if I animate the path? So it looks like it's following here, but then pops into place here. Is that gonna look weird? Can't really tell. That works better. Maybe I can just animate the path on each of these trails. Yeah, let's go through and do that and then see how that looks. Trial and error on these. And it's technically not going to be right because it's not like following the same angle, but it might be so fast that like you don't even notice. As long as it feels right with the motion of everything, then I guess it doesn't really matter. That's looking better. Let's just adjust the mask on this. Okay, this is promising. This is working, I think. Cool. And on here, basically gonna have to do like a combination of masking and animating the paths on these, but yeah, it should work. I'm just gonna mask this bit out here and try to match the angle with this coming up. Yep. And then this one. Maybe this should be the other way around. So that the new trails being like animated on are covering the old ones. I think that would make more sense. Is that going to mess up what I've already done? Yeah, we're a little bit. That's okay though. I think that feels better than being on top. Is that what I've done in my style frame? That's below. That's no, I've done them below in the style frame. Let's undo that. Running into some more trouble with this. Yeah, that doesn't look right. It's like, it's too noticeable. It's like popping. So I think I will just have to draw these paths on with the pen tool and a fill like I've done in the style frame. But let's just keep all of this for now. And maybe just do something else for a bit. Because at the end of each stream I write down stuff that I want to add in, so maybe let's just carry on with the rest of it and then I can come back to that at some point. So yeah. Yeah, so on this part here, I wanted to like follow this downward motion because it's just sort of stopping here and then scaling up. So on this comp, I'm gonna add a keyframe. So a couple frames along, this is gonna move down and then back up like so. And maybe even make it start further down. So it's like carrying on that motion. Cool. Just figure out the timing for that a bit. Maybe it all needs to be a bit quicker. Cool, I think I will maybe add a little bit of overshoot so it comes up a bit too far and then settles in place. Like so. So I have something like this. Cool. I think that helps with the transition a bit. Feels like it flows a bit more. Cool, and maybe add a little bit of ease into those keyframes as well. Maybe give it a bit more spin as well as it's coming up. See how that looks. Maybe a little bit too much. Maybe something like that. A bit more. Cool, that's looking good. I got a bunch of other stuff written down here. Wiggle background. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I got this, where are you? This warp effect on the background. So it like gives a little bit of anticipation to this like warping up. And I wanted to add a little bit of boosterized time to this, so it like feels too smooth. So basically, so set that to 12. So only those keyframes are basically affected, and I've forgotten the expression, but I know I've used it. Yeah, it's this one here. So that basically allows only these keyframes to be basically posterized to 12 frames per second. Cool. And then, cool, I wanted to do like a burst of color on the background as it's scaling up. What expression needs to write for wiggle works after 3 seconds? I want it only without slider control. What, so you want a wiggle expression to start 3 seconds in on a layer? I'm not too sure. I know there are, I think you can like trigger expressions with a marker, so maybe, I don't know how to do that, but if you do some digging online, I think there is a way to trigger expressions with a marker, so maybe you could put a marker at 3 seconds and then the expression will start. Yeah, I only know to do it with a slider. Like I've got a wiggle expression on the position that starts at like the amplitude at 64 and then it eases it off to 0. That's what is like given this initial like wiggle like shake as it scales up. But yeah, I'm not too sure how to do that. Cool, okay, let's try figure out how to do this color thing. Do it with a circle with a stroke on it. Stick it down here. Let's call this BG circle burst. And I'll change the color. So I'm just going to set some keyframes on the size and the stroke width. Start it really small at 0. And then have this scale up. Ah, is that how you would do it, is it? If time greater than 3, then wiggle. Oh. Let me just test that. If time greater than 3, huh, okay, cool. Thanks for that. That's a cool little new thing to learn. Why is it giving an error though? It doesn't. Position of layer. Undefined value, use an expression. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool though. It's good to know. Maybe you need to like define what layer you want it to do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like this. Yeah, I don't have a clue. Okay. Let's set the stroke width of this to something like this as well. And I will put some easing on here. Have that be a little bit slower. Cool, and then let's set this as a adjustment layer and add a tritone effect, maybe. Why is that not working? Or maybe it needs to be tint, right? Possibly. Or maybe I can do something like this. And then set this to like I want to like figure out how to just tint this to so the blues go to reds. Maybe like a change like this color to, yeah, something like that. And do some softness, and then I can add a blur. Maybe I do it CC composite. And we blur this first, or we do this first? Nope. I want to blur the edges. Maybe I need to do this with a mask instead, and then I can just feather it. Yeah, let's do this with a mask. Let's... If I do this on a shape, yep, big square, do the same again. Let's call this EG circle burst again. Change the color again. And then I can mask this layer like so. Set keyframe. Cool. And then make this so small that you can't see it. And scale it all the way up. And then get some easing on. And then what I can do is copy this mask, move the keyframes along, and then subtract. And then yeah, that is then animating off as well. I can just mess with these keyframes a bit. And then I can add some feathering. Like so. Maybe try something with like deep glow as well. Maybe change the threshold. Okay, yeah. I want to add like lots of like lens flare and camera shake effects on this impact as well, so that will work once that's all there. And cool. Maybe let's get some of those effects on now. get an adjustment layer on and call this impact effects. We'll get a radial blur. Not that one, we want this one. Something like this. I keep getting this weird bug where warp is like giving me a blank frame, like some on half. Oh, okay, it's okay. Cool, and maybe let's add some like exposure effect on this impact as well. And add some ease into this one. Make that a little bit quicker. And maybe try glow as well. But what I'll do is I'll come into the compositing options and I'll just lower the opacity a bit so it's not so strong. Maybe even lower. And then I'll use this effect opacity to add the animation to it. Start on 0. And that can have the same motion as the exposure, so I'll copy that with ease copy. If it want to work. Yep. Cool. Cool, and then one other thing I wanted to add was a warp effect on the box in here. Let's try that out. And I think I'll do something like fisheye maybe. And that can have a little bit of overshoot as well, so it kind of springs up a little bit. Maybe make that even more, and this part can be like 24 or 32. Cool. And I'll add a little bit of ease into that. Cool, and now I want to add some like position animation to the box because it's just like static and I want it to be like reacting to the impacts of the circle a little bit. But I don't know whether to animate that on this comp so everything moves together or whether to do it just here so it's just the box bouncing around. Let's try it out here on this comp. I'm going to add a transform effect to do this because I've already got keyframes on my position property where I want it to be happening. What have I done here? This is wrong. Okay. Transform. And maybe just like do this frame by frame sort of thing. So this can shift over a little bit because it's just bounced off that side. And it can come back to the center. And then maybe it goes up a bit. Oh, that's the anchor point. Oops. Cool. Now we're coming the other way, coming down, over a bit. And that's a little bit too big of a change. It's like snapping a little bit too hard. So let's just do this one again and make it a little bit more subtle. Cool. And then we're coming over and up. And then down. Cool, and then that can settle. That's still a little bit too strong, so I'm just going to reduce all the values on that a little bit. Cool. Hey, Austin. How's it going? How are you? The loop master himself. Okay. Yeah, thanks, man. It's getting there, slowly but surely. I had a little bit of trouble today with these like trails I'm trying to do, but I think I'm gonna have a go at redoing them a little bit later on, or maybe even off stream. But yeah, these like trail things getting all crazy. But yeah, I'm just trying to carry on with the main parts, the main motion. And I still don't really like this. Maybe let's get rid of this. Yeah, something else I did want to do is get a mesh warp on here and slightly distort like the edges of this where the circle is like hitting. So I'm gonna have a look at that now. Cool, let's set some keyframes on the distortion mesh. After Effects really does not like this comp today. Hello? Okay. Let's turn all of these off as well. and hide them. Cool. Do some subtle stuff like this. And I'll probably have to change the position of the circle so it's actually then touching the edge, but I'll do that afterwards. I'll make sure the animation on the square looks right first. Hey, how's everyone doing? What time is it over there in the US? You just waking up? Or... Cool. $9.55. Hey. Good morning to you then. What is going on here? What the hell? I'm spawning new keyframes every time I move a frame. I've never seen that before. The hell? Oh my god. Okay. Undo. Okay, that's better. Oh my god, it's doing it again. What is going on? Okay. could probably do with some more rows and columns, but that means like more faffing around with all this, moving all these individually, so I'm just going to try keep it quite subtle. Cool, let's see how that looks. I don't know if that's it. It's like popping too much. It's like, yeah, looks a little bit weird. Maybe once I've got the circle actually touching the edge, it will look okay. Maybe let's just quickly try that. Hit that rotation. Yeah, definitely. That's true. I will get to that at some point. Get a bit of echo on there as well. Spice them up a bit. It's probably because I need to like ease out of this like mesh warp point, because it's just popping back into place. That's probably where I'm going wrong. So let's get rid of this keyframe. Same here, it's just like snapping within one frame, so if I let it ease out a little bit more, might feel a little bit better, hopefully. Like that. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. I think once I've got all the other stuff happening in the scene, it won't look so weird, I hope. But I'm just going to leave that for now. Cool. Yeah, let's get some rotation on double on the ball. And to do that, I'm gonna have to rotate the texture in here. So how are we rotating here? Okay. So I want to keep it like moving in the same direction to keep the flow going from on this transition here. So as it's coming down, it's spinning around like this. The problem is some of these these position keyframes are literally a frame apart, so it'd be hard to like read the rotation, but let's just stick some keyframes in for now and see how it looks, and then I can go through and figure it out a bit better. And I don't know whether to have it like change direction after it bounces. So it's rotating like this towards this way, and then as it comes up here, it comes back the other way. Or maybe just have it going the same way. Maybe it can come back the other way here. Up to this point. Even up to here maybe. And then go back the other way. Like so, and then we bounce up here, get a nice bit of spin going this way. Let's get even more on here and set keyframe. Get some ease going. Cool. Even more. Even less. It's quite hard to read because of the low frame rate. So maybe this is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try it. Can I increase the frame rate even though just on the rotation? No. See how that looks on a higher frame rate. Nah, I can make it work on 16. Cool, let's get some echo on it as well. And then I'll figure out the rotation even more, because the echo is gonna change how the texture is looking inside this circle. And it's getting cut off a little bit here, so let's just increase the size of the texture a little bit. Cool. And I'm going to go through and fiddle with the number of echoes to get it looking how I want. And set some keyframes. So when it's like traveling a further distance, then I can extend it out a bit, give it some bigger smears. Oh. See how that looks out here with the yeah. You may want to play with the spacing between the keyframes and the bounce so that as it bounces it loses momentum. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, because it all feels the same at the moment. It's all spaced like 2 keyframes apart. But I think I was having trouble with it feeling too slow as well when I was moving the spacing too far apart. But maybe like at this point, this can be like 3 frames apart. Maybe this one can be 3 frames apart as well. Yeah, it was a bit better. Match up these keyframes down here as well. Yeah, that's feeling a little bit better actually. Maybe this one can be free as well. And maybe some of these at the start can be even faster, give it some more contrast. Cool, that feels a little bit better. And I'm going to need to make this texture even bigger again. Maybe just for this part where it's not covering the circle, I can make it like this big, and then it can go back to what it was. Cool, yeah, I think that feels slightly better. Yeah, and then let's have a look at my storyboard. So I think around here where we're like lost all the momentum and we're bouncing down to settle, I think I want to do something where I like zoom in and move upwards. Something like this. I need to figure out the easing on that. But then at this point here, I can warp this bottom bit down like so, and then have it like spring back up. And then that can be what leads us into this part where we're like going upwards and breaking out of the square. Yeah, let's figure out the motion on this. And let's have this be more in sync. So when we land, we're also stopping the zoom. Something like this. And then the camera can then follow the circle upwards like that. And then we can like do some slow-mo stuff here. So let's have this land a bit further down. And I might make a new mesh warp effect to do this part here with a few more rows and columns. Make the quality better. Maybe I need to make this comp bigger as well. The height, maybe like 1200. And then we can move this down. Like this. Cool. Maybe let's have less. Maybe do like 7 or 6. Just makes it easier than having like, let's reset this as well. I feel like if you have too many of these points, it just gets a little bit too messy. 6. Keep grabbing the circle instead. Okay. CC smear. Could that work as well? Oh yeah, I've used this before actually on... Well, have I? Yeah. This might work better actually. Thank you. Yeah, as long as it doesn't affect the top part, but I can mask that out. Cool, let's set this right in the center. Yeah, cheers, that works so much better. I actually used this, surprised I didn't think of it, on my last one of these. To do, where am I looking? To do all these bits here. And on this line here, CC smear. Handy little effect. Cool, yeah. Yeah, that looks so much better. And then I can get this going on. Cool, and then I can animate the reach and also the 2 position. And that's like popping a little bit too much, so what I'll do is I'll start it more subtly. Maybe something like up here. But then let's grab a null and call this circle downward motion control. And I can parent the circle, and then I could also try parenting this so they move together. I'll need to do that to the position. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. Ooh, something more like this. No, I can just do this without an expression. Okay, so yeah, at this point, do some more position keyframes. And let's make this comp even taller. Like so. And these can come down like so. Cool. Let's just figure out how far down I can go at the start without it looking like it's popping into place too much. That's a little bit too far. Cool, that's feeling kind of good. Although it's not moving in sync because I'm like not traveling the same distance. So I need to like start this where the null is starting. And then change the reach. Maybe. Nope. I'll just like keyframe this kind of like frame by frame to match it up. Cool, that works. Yeah, I could pick whip it. Hey, Mono, how's it going? Yeah, I could pick whip it to the null, but it was doing some funky stuff, so that works as well. And maybe to make this look a little bit cooler, I can do something with the radius as well. Like maybe the radius starts wider and then gets smaller on this. Cool. Let's have this coming further down. Cool, and then I'm going to want this to come flying upwards. And again, this probably needs to be even taller. We're just going to mess with the effect again, so let's redo this. Cool. And it feels like it needs to be a little bit quicker as it's coming down, so just bring this in a bit. And maybe we do something more like this on the easing. Let's see how it looks out here. Okay. 2 seconds, I will be right back. Cool, I'm back. Cool, okay, that motion is getting there. Maybe a little bit longer. And now we can have it snap back up. And I think I'm going to do that on the position on this, on the actual circle instead of the null. So I can like get a little bit of overlapping going. Or maybe I won't, maybe I'll just do it on the null. Actually, I'll just do it on the circle. Yeah, I've like pick whipped the smear effect, so if I do it on the null, it's gonna do this, which I don't want. I want this top part of the circle to stay flat. Cool. So then let's have it come up here. Let's have a look at the storyboard. What am I doing? Okay. And we want the easing on this to be like nice and snappy. Something like this maybe. And then on the null, actually no. Okay, I'm going to change how I'm doing this again. So. And then hopefully this should line up. If I copy the easing. And of course it doesn't. Okay. It's probably not working because these need to be like this. No. Okay, let's leave that and just do it with just do this frame by frame. It's not ideal because every time I want to change it, I have to go back and do this, but let's just do this one last time, and if I want to change it, I'll leave it until I know it's final to come back and do this frame by frame thing. Cool, and then we will spring back up like so. Get some easing on that. Cool, and maybe I can do another CC smear effect. But one that allows me to bend it up the other way. Hello? Yeah, one that allows me to do this. I'll just leave that on there. I can play with that a little bit later. Let's come take a look at it from out here. This has been a hard one, figuring out these bits, but it's still like nowhere near what I want it to be. But it's getting there, very slowly. Yeah, it's gonna need a whole lot more tinkering, a lot more work, but this beginning part is all looking cool. I need to fix the mesh warp on it as well because I've made that comp taller and it's like affecting the layer in a different way now. It's like moving way too much. But this like kind of opening motion is like getting there. Like everything up to this point, all of this I'm happy with. And then here we can pan up to like this point, and this can be like this frame. Cool, and then like at this point here I want to do some like, make it kind of go slow motion and have these like bits like real slowly like moving outwards. I still want to be able to see a good amount of the square so we can see the cracks forming on it, so I won't have that come as far up. Okay. What should I do now? Should I try to fix this mesh warp? Oh, maybe I can fix it if I just add more rows. These? No. Oh. Man, do I even want the mesh warp there? Let's leave it off for now. Okay, let's watch this back again. Okay, cool. How long have I been live for? Let's have a look. Okay. I think I might leave it there. I haven't really made much progress, but maybe I need to come away from it for a little bit and then come back to it. And I might draw on these trails, these things off stream, and then I can animate them on stream, because that's a pretty tedious job figuring that out. But yeah, it's getting there slowly. It's gonna work out. It's gonna look shit until it looks good. That's how this one's gonna be. Gotta trust the process. But yeah, thanks for anyone who stopped by on the stream and anyone watching this back. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.